Hi und willkommen zurück zur neuen Folge. Wir haben in der letzten Folge in den Slums von Bruma die Folge beendet. Wir werden jetzt in Bruma selber weitermachen und dort dann gleich mit den Quests und gleich dann die Quests, was sich dort befinden. So. Diese sammeln und annehmen gehen und dann die bis in der Stadt sind gleich abarbeiten und uns erstmal im Umland von Brumans halt was umsehen. Und wenn sich das noch ausgeht, dann die Quests, die was außerhalb von der Stadt sind, so zumindest zum Teil abzuarbeiten. Ja. Dafür werden wir dann die nächsten 2 Folgen verwenden und danach dann nach und nach die ganzen Dungeons ausklären und plündern. Ja. Und es gibt dann vielleicht noch eine kleine Personenjagd auf gewisse Individuen eines gewissen Bundes. Jedoch nur, dem ich weiß, ob das Auswirkungen auf die Hauptquest von Bruma hat. Sonst nicht. Also wie gesagt, wir haben ja auch gerade noch in Slum die Folge beendet gehabt und gehen doch dann gleich weiter. Ah ja, stimmt. Die ganzen Notizen, die ich hatte, wollte ich auch noch vorlesen. Naja, das können wir auch machen, wenn wir mit der Taverne sind. Das ist nicht gut. Scheiße. Okay, Skyrim läuft anscheinend zum Teil noch. Mist, fällt gerade ein. Hallo. Ich muss ja noch die Kurierersatz-Mod löschen. Egal, das mache ich ja nach der Folge. Und dann möchte ich auch gleich Skyrim wieder neu einstellen. Okay, jetzt sind wir halt mal die Kavernen entdeckt von Bruma. Dann gehen wir jetzt in die Stadt rein. Für einen Slum ist das recht schön. Auf jeden Fall schöner als das Wintermer Slum. Okay.
Respect the law. Respect yourself. Heard there were beasts around. Be careful, traveler.
Ich bin eine Bestie. Moment.
Protect and serve. It's what we do.
Moment. Das ist, glaube ich, auch Skyrim abhängig. Visible Favorite Gear. Ja. Scheint aber noch zu gehen. Gut. Ah, der Held von Synodenaufträge. Ein Schwarzmagier.
Risada the Resplendent, Enchanter Extraordinaire, Illusionist Incredible, Restorer Remarkable and Destructor Distinguished, at your service.
I'd like to see your unique enchanted items.
Of course, excellent. Well, I have 5 fabulous unique items in stock at the moment. The first is the wooden staff of awesome conflagration, which summons a tremendous fiery inferno at your target location. Extremely dangerous. The second is the scepter of frosty entombment, which is truly a unique frost staff. It will trap your target in a block of ice for 10 minutes. The third is the blade of crepitance, which causes your target, any target at all, to shrink, becoming supremely weak and vulnerable. Fourth is the staff of titan summoning, which summons a mighty Daedric titan at your target location. It will demolish all in its way.
Ja, klar doch.
Fifth is the rod of potency, which will certainly bring great pleasure. That I can guarantee. So, which will it be?
Nothing, thanks.
Your loss, but do reconsider. Razada the Resplendent greets you! How can my arcane ability and esoteric enlightenment help you on this fine day?
Why hug your wares in Bruma?
Bruma is the last bastion of Imperial land before the border and the harsh ravages and independent college of Skyrim. Those poor souls who find themselves overcome with vexation at the shockingly bureaucratic nature of Cyrodiil's key magical institutions, well, they tend to, peregrinate to Skyrim. When the Imperial border guards halt them at the selvage, so to speak, they lodge in Bruma. Thusly, my wares are in great demand.
Do you have a house or a bed?
What an intriguing inquest! I do indeed have a bed. Well, a bedroll. I do not own property in Bruma, for the city is full, and I am somewhat of a latecomer. That, and not being registered to any property, grants the Synod and College of Whispers less opportunity to persecute, hound, maltreat, and molest me, as they are wont to do.
Got any work that needs doing?
Yes, indeed. To my great regret, a few scalawags here in Bruma appear to have not paid their bills for their enchanted weapons from Razada. I am beside myself with angst about this, as you can no doubt imagine.
Angst?
So, my fair and,
Angst.
might I say, rather imposing friend, if you would be willing to speak to these scoundrels and acquire my warranted compensation, I would be most obliged.
Sure thing.
Excellent! Allow me to arm you with more knowledge of the aforementioned mischief makers. You'll need to speak with Roland Wickert, the young chap at the Synod Conclave here in Bruma. Stantis Valeria is the second of these reprobates, the owner of the Geraldview Tavern. The third is Stable Master Ila the Upright. Clearly, is given rather than deserved. Do this for me, and I shall bestow coin upon you for each, and a truly copious recompense indeed once all 3 mischief makers are dealt with.
Schon dass es die ganze Zeit geht, aber ich bin ziemlich müde. Are you with the Synod or College of Whispers?
Of course not. No self-respecting mage joins those scurrilous syndicates. Oh, my friend, I'm strictly independent. That's what allows me to cut out the bumbledom and bring you only straightforward sortilege.
Ja, das wäre nicht gut genug, um aufgenommen zu werden. Just let me browse your standard inventory.
Ah, well, they are regrettably significantly more banal than my exceptional unique items. I do keep a stock of some more pedestrian magical goods.
Ja, interessant. Mal sehen, was du mir kaufen kannst. Das sind ja nicht gerade gute Preise, aber na gut. Jetzt, ne. Okay. Nee, ich verkaufe keine Ziegelsteine. Das kann ich verkaufen. Die kann ich... Ja, was ist denn du für ein Armenhäusler?
Oh, how pedestrian!
Okay, ich sehe, du hast ein paar Zauberbücher. Okay. Naja, ich mag das eigentlich eher nicht so gerne wegen der Immersion, aber Player.add-item. Das wird mir definitiv zu lang dauern. 10.000 für unser Team anzuhäufen. Und man kriegt ja auch nicht ansatzweise so viel. Nein. Spirit of the Leader, das ist neu. Ich sehe gerade, gut, das ist jetzt beim Skyrim nicht mehr aktiv gerade. Stimmt, deswegen habe ich nicht gesehen, welche ich schon habe und welche nicht.
Ah, well, they are regrettably significantly more banal than my exceptional unique items. I do keep a stock of some more pedestrian magical goods.
Ja. So, kannst du haben. Ups. Kannst du haben. Kannst du auch haben. Okay, und I would like to see your unique enchanted items.
Of course, excellent. Well, I have 5. The first, the second, the third, fourth, fifth. So, which will it be?
Ich nehme von jedem mal eins. I'd like the wooden staff of Urson conflagration.
A wise choice, my friend. Let those miscreants burn at the very sight of you.
I'd like the scepter of frosty entombment.
This staff will truly chill your foes.
I'd like the blade of prepotence.
Ah, your foes will go running home to their mother when you're towering over them.
I'd like the staff of Titan summoning.
Aha, your foes will cower at the sight of the mighty Titan at your command.
Ja klar, wenn ich mich noch recht entsinne, ist dieser Titan ein Hase. I'd like the Rod of Potency.
Your mistress can thank me later. You were lost, but do reconsider.
Okay. Mal sehen, wo ich den Schrott jetzt habe. Brings great pleasure. Freeze your foe for 10 minutes. In the meantime, they will be unable to do anything except cry inside at you. Brilliance. Listen to someone Aha. Ja. Probieren wir mal aus. Tja, was habe ich gesagt? Ein Häschen. Ein süßes, kleines Häschen, das sofort stirbt. This item I brought from you seems a little poor.
Ah, you've purchased yourself a fine enchanted item from Rosada the Resplendent and found it somehow unsatisfactory. I'm afraid I make my refund policy clear. That is, there are no refunds. I mean, not no policy. There is a policy, very much so.
You said nothing about a refund policy.
Oh, did I not? Ah, must have slipped my mind. My sincerest apologies, but all sales are fun.
If you give me a refund, I won't call the guards.
I'm afraid my refund policy is unmistakably, unequivocally, unambiguous. My wholehearted, forthright apologies. Rosada the Resplendent, enchanter extraordinaire, illusionist incredible.
Rosada Thesaurus. This book contains a long list of flowery alternatives to commonly used words and phrases. Ich muss sagen, Thesaurus aus Fable gefällt mir da wesentlich besser. Okay, gehen wir mal zum Schmied. Der kann sich einen Teil von unserer Ausrüstung kaufen und bei dem habe ich jetzt gerade noch eine Quest wegen Asada. Da ist die Synode und da unten müsste irgendwo die Schmiede sein oder da drüben. Salius Prelius Haus, Bruma, die Kämpfergilde. All das, was von dir noch übrig ist. Wald A Stables. Balius und Leos Shark, Alius Shark, Empty Shark, Ted. Collect Premiums vom Stantus Valeria, déjà in. Okay. Okay, das führt mich zu den Stellungen. Ja, okay, dann gehe ich zuerst mal zur Synode. Schöner Schnee. Ach, einfach als gute alte Bruma.
Indeed, this is odd. And you say it just appeared here out of thin air?
It isn't mine, that's for sure. Where do you think it came from?
What is with this commotion? Where did that come from? Who made this mess? That's the thing. We don't know.
It just appeared, out of thin air. Maybe that stranger over there has something to do with it.
You there, come here. You there, are you the cause of this mess in my conclave?
What mess? It was me, you caught me.
Aha, I knew it. Why would you do such a... You're joking, aren't you? Of course you are. I doubt you'd even own such an intricate statue anyhow. Well then, I apologize for the inconvenience. Welcome to the Bruma Synod Conclave. Attendant, clean up this mess, would you? And take that statue to the back for examination.
Yes, First Adjunct.
As it is, I don't exactly have the time for trifles such as this. You seem like a helpful fellow. Would you be willing to help discover the source of this mysterious object? If so, let me know. I could use someone of strong wit and not merely of strong arm. I am always happy to help.
What is this place?
This is a Synod Conclave. It is one of many throughout Syria, within which can be found the most talented mages of our time.
Ja klar. Sicher doch. Ihr scheint mehr so als die schwächsten Magier dieser Generation zu sein. You had the job for me.
As you noticed when walking in, a couple of seemingly random items have been appearing in the conclave of late, and I'm not quite sure as to why. Given that, as you can no doubt imagine, the Conclave is very busy, I am willing to hire external agents to look into this.
What do you want me to do?
After the first item appeared, I had one of the attendants, Attendant Wickard, take it back to the study area for examination. Check with him and see if he has discovered anything. What brings you to the Bruma Synod Conclave this fine day?
Are there any magical threats in Jaros?
Magical threats, eh? Well, beyond the normal hedge wizards that you'll find just about anywhere, there are indeed some more troubling rumors. I've heard tell of some necromancers holed up in Underpole Cave, performing their usual heretical rituals and incantations. They threaten the good name of the Synod, and the Conclave can't spare anyone.
Why do they threaten the Synod's good name?
Because their actions are vile. They misappropriate magic, and, through their improper use of it, sow the seeds of fear and distrust of the arcane in the general populace. And if they distrust the arcane, they distrust the Synod. You understand?
Would there be a reward available if I were to clear them out?
I imagine there would. Such an act would be of tremendous benefit to the Synod. I shall write to our headquarters in the Imperial City and request a dispatch of gold. It will be available upon your return, should you accept the task, of course.
I'll clear them out for you.
I see. Necromancers aren't a force to be trifled with, stranger. I implore you to be careful. I shall see about procuring a reward while you're away, for when, if, you return successfully.
I will return successfully.
Best of luck. Underpole is to the southwest of Bruma. Should be rather easy to find.
Ja, im Gegensatz zu euch sind das echte Magier. Deswegen könnt ihr euch nicht selbst drum kümmern.
What is it?
Tell me about the Synod.
We are an organization of mages, officially sanctioned by the Empire. We play much the same role as the Mages Guild of years gone by. We seek to protect magical knowledge for future generations, and ensure that the secrets of Magicka are kept only in responsible hands.
Wir lernen in Händen von Reichen. Und deswegen sind ja auch alle Magier so schwach. Can I join the Synod?
Join the Synod? Not right now, citizen. I am afraid we don't have much of an opening in our ranks at the moment. Perhaps check back at a later date.
So, I can learn magic here?
Magic is not a gift to be trifled with, citizen. I am sorry, but we do not yet have reason enough to teach you spells. Perhaps if you were a ranking member of the Synod, we might reconsider.
You said a couple of items. The statue wasn't the first?
No, it wasn't. Preceding its arrival, here in the Conclave was a mess of fire salts all over the living quarters. Obviously, fire salts are not too uncommon around a Conclave, so I passed it off as insignificant. Despite the other members' claims that they hadn't left any fire salts around. Now I'm sure it and the statue are connected somehow. Quite perplexing. You'd better get on it.
I'm Roland Wickard.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, but I don't speak yet with hello, I don't speak yet with you, but with your leader. Do you get much clientele here in Bruma?
Clientele? We are not really a store, so I can't say we do. If you are inquiring as to whether there are many practitioners of magic, or those with an interest in it here in Bruma, there are some, but fewer than in much of Cyrodiil. Nords aren't really the kind to promote the study of the magical arts, you see, so our recruitment rate is somewhat low.
What are your thoughts on the College of Whispers?
The College of Whisperers is a group that the Synod has no relationship with. The Synod is the premier imperially sanctioned magical institution in Tamriel. That is all you need to know.
Aber natürlich.
Remember, if you find any artifacts of magical value in the wild, bring them to us first.
Hello.
Nein, den bringe ich jetzt College of Whispers. Can you teach me spells?
Destruction spells? No, not really. If you really want to learn, you'd have to join up with us before I can show you what I know. Nobody here is even allowed to teach you the advanced stuff, though. Synod or not. It goes against regulations. Not that I've really reached the advanced stage yet myself, anyway.
What do you do here?
Me? I'm the resident destruction expert here. Well, if you want to call me an expert. But I wouldn't. I'm still learning. Honing my craft, as they say. My ultimate goal is to perfect the art of defensive spellcasting.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to conjure the raw power of combative forces of nature and beyond at will. But that'll have to come later. Hopefully sooner later, rather than later.
What do you think about the College of Whispers?
I think the same as everyone else around here about them. Mm-hmm.
Which is?
That they're another magical organization that the Synod have no standing relationship with.
Okay. I'm here to collect payment for a resident.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely slipped my mind. Here you go. What is it?
Cardius wants to know if you found anything unusual about the stage.
Anything unusual? Well, it's hard to tell, to be honest. I'm not exactly the most experienced mage in this area, but...
But what?
But I did notice that it looks an awful lot like an alien design. Haven't you seen the massive statues by the entrances of their ruins? I also know that alien statues this portable and small would be very valuable, and therefore would probably all have been scavenged from the ruins.
Why would an highlight artifact appear in the conclave?
My theory? I think someone sent it here as a test. Someone who has access to valuable artifacts such as this, that they plan to come get it back.
Mm-hmm.
I think someone is going to try teleporting here using the same teleportation technique. We should...
What?
I'm going to continue studying this thing. You might want to tell Cadius that this doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon.
Synod enchanting rule. This enchanter is property of the Synod. Using it without our consent and supervision is a crime, acknowledged by the ruling court of Bruma. The first adjunct Cardius Venusius for details. I don't give a fuck. You can use this enchantment table, it belongs to Sin. What? What? Okay. Nee, das, was ich gerade anklicken wollte, geht nicht.
Greetings, my friend. Welcome. Welcome to the Bruma Synod Conclave. I'm Alentis Brentilia, alteration trainer, spell seller, and your humble servant.
The fuck?
Hello.
Why don't you sell any spells?
Ah, that. Well, I could, but I can't.
Care to elaborate?
Well, I know advanced spells, but I'm not authorized to teach them. Rules from on high. We're not allowed to teach magic to anyone who hasn't proven themselves responsible enough to handle it. And by that, they mean anyone who isn't a high-ranking member of the Synod.
Oh, the Synod. You're certainly cherry.
Why shouldn't I be? I'm in the cosmopolitan heartland of the Empire, working in a Synod conclave with warm hearth and good pay. What more could I ask for?
What happens here in Bruma? What happens here in the Bruma conclave?
Not very much, truth be told.
Mm-hmm.
Cadius can tell you the official jargon better than I, but suffice it to say, we're quite comfortable and provide a much-needed, if thankless, service. We are the face of the Synod, you see. Our presence here in Bruma gets magic into the psyche of the common man. Surely that could only be a good thing.
Maybe, maybe not. What does an alternationist do?
What a curious question. Well, I do a lot of things relating to alteration. One of my current particular areas of study happens to be alteration enchantments. You know the trickiest thing about enchantments? Soul gems. Very grim, harvesting souls and imprisoning them in gems. Hard for me to do. Means I've been unable to do any enchantments for a while. Come to think of it, would you be a sport and bring me a filled common soul gem? I'd pay you for your trouble.
Sure, can't be that hard.
Great! Just bring it back when you've got it. A common soul gem is all I need. Nothing fancier than that.
What are your thoughts on the College of Whispers?
They're another organization similar to ours. Sadly, we're not on good terms. Sometimes I wonder to myself if it would be better to just form an alliance with them. But then I remember such talk will get me kicked out of the Synod, and then I shut my mouth. And speaking of shutting my mouth...
Okay.
See you. Can I help you? Good to see you again, friend. What can Ololentius do for you?
Have you learned anything more about our little perplexity?
Yes. Roland is still studying the stage.
Then what are you talking to me for?
It seems more items are appearing.
By the 8. Maybe we can take advantage of this. Search the conclave. Look for anything that seems out of the ordinary and bring it here. Maybe by examining the items, we can determine their origin.
Okay. Kill Wretched Cornelius. Ah, yes, Cornelius. A cheeky bandit. Mysterious mage boot.
Hello.
Okay, das ist ein Synodenhut. Black Horse Courier, Ninth Theater to close. The Imperial government has released a statement finally confirming the rumors swirling about the Nirn Theater. It has officially lost its sponsorship and will be permanently closing its doors sometime in the near future. The statement has been printed below in full. In the earlier days of our Grand Emperor's reign, when civilized life flourished in a great renaissance, the Nirn Theater and other large works of art and culture were viable as publicly funded institutions. Unfortunately, due to a severe ich kann nicht reden, wenn eine Kehle trocken ist. To a severe lack of public funds the Empire has made, with a characteristically heavy hurt, the decision to close the theater until further notice. Inescapable bureaucratic mismanagement and financial waste associated with the theater's recent ventures cannot be supported or subsidized by imperial taxes. In these trying times, reconstruction, the production of food and the reparation of relations with our new partners in the Altmeri Dominion must take precedence over all else. Art cannot protect our children or grow our crops. Imperial cultural funding will return in due time, but we must recognize that art cannot flourish without the support for stable society, open which it can be created and advocated. However, the White Gold Tower does recognize important cultural contributions of the theater, and will be graciously sponsoring a limited set of farewell productions, showcasing some of the greatest achievements and acts of heroism in our empire. The opening production will be a enactment of the Siege of Bruma, starring the talents of Varian Cialius as Martin Septim. Quintus Laureus is the savior of Bruma, and Tyrannus Maximus is the noble Captain Mead, who valiantly protected the citizens from the Daedric onslaught before the arrival of the hero. Standing, sitting, and box seat tickets are arrival now from our approved vendor, the Velvet Curtain. This is a sad day for the arts. This reporter would encourage all those who can attend the final performances to do so. The playwright in residence, the esteemed Clastus Curio, is already promised to put on a spectacle worthy of the gods themselves to bid the theatre farewell. Scipio Florian, cultural correspondent for the Black Horse Courier. The Black Horse Courier is Cyrodiil's premier newspaper, providing objective commentary on current events in Cyrodiil and beyond. You need to look no further than the Black Horse Courier for all your news needs. Puh, das war aber ein langer Zettel, Alter. Okay. Wie viel wiege ich denn so viel? Okay, über 300. Copper Peering. Ne, ich mach zum Schmied. Das Zeug ist so schwer. Okay. Ach, diese Synode ist so lächerlich. Das ist wirklich ein lächerlicher Haufen. Oh, ein Pumpkin. Lecker. Can
I help you?
Okay.
Later.
Eine laute. Wir haben viel zu wenig Magier und die sind auch alle viel zu schwach. Das ist lächerlich, dass sie es wagen, sich mit der Magiergilde zu vergleichen oder mit der Magierakademie von Winterfeste. Es ist einfach nur dreist. Moment bleiben. Okay, das schon, das Buch lädt nicht. Hier sollte mir brumärische oder styrolische feine Kleidung sein, nicht so himmelsrandisches Zeug. Flight from the Talmor. A song paid for a prince. Dieser vielleicht mit dem grauen Prinzen. Okay. Die passen besser auf was gedacht. Naja. Dann sind zumindest ihre Sinne nicht ganz so schlecht.
Can I help you?
Bis auf den Schuh habe ich hier keinen anderen. Oh, ein Leidendolch. Ah, da ist noch ein Item. Nee, sogar zwei.
Can I help you?
Hm?
Feeling clumsy today?
Hm? Hey.
What's this we have? A thief?
Alter, reg dich ab.
What is it? Until next time.
Upon it becomes apparent that the book has been weathered and torn through the harsh grip of time. Few pages are still intact, but some passages remain legible. As I pen this, I gaze upon the walls of my home and remember the very day its design came to fruition. Also, it seems like yesterday it was actually many coming up with a design for my home. A place where I could practice my magic in peace and keep myself away from the prying eyes of my colleges. I pored over tomes and dusty scrolls, scoured the bookshops of the land, and even delved into ancient ruins, looking for inspiration. Finally, as I rested my weary body at the camp outside of Bruma and marveled in a way at the majesty of the Jura Mountains, I became inspired. Like a madman, I began to skate. A step back to see what I had vowed. Frostcrack's fire was born, and now as the age overwhelms me and the glow is dying from my eyes, I wish contains many wonderful invitations. I've spent my whole life perfecting them, and I hope you'll put them to a good use. My pride and joy is the Atronach altar. By bringing results from the very same creatures to this altar, you can summon an Atronach familiar to do your bidding. It will obey. I've created portals to all of the major guilds in Cyrodiil. This should make it easier to travel to them in times of need. Infused with the stone and mortar, may your journeys be safe and the roads you travel free of danger. Gut, jetzt habe ich alle Items. So kann ich den Scheiß da nicht aufheben.
Can I help you?
Der Living konnte man die auch aufheben.
Have you learned anything more about our little perplexity?
Yes, here are all the new items that have appeared.
Give them here. Let's see what they can tell us.
Here's a soul gem.
Not just any generic form of soul gem. This is a black soul gem. Only two types of people use these: murderers and necromancers. This certainly isn't an item which carries with it a positive stigma. What else?
Here's a boot.
Fairly common, but it seems familiar for some reason. This almost seems like the type of boot I would wear. Intriguing. What else?
Here's a book.
A book? Weathered memoirs, eh? This seems to be a journal of some sort about the creation of Frostcrag Spire. Well, this is an interesting twist in our little mystery. Before we examine this further, I'd like to see any other artifacts which may have appeared.
That's all of them.
These told me a lot, thank you. One thing is certain. Whoever these items belong to is affiliated with the magical arts. More specifically, the darker side of the magical arts. It would also seem that our mystery mages have some connection with Frostcrag Spire.
What can you tell me about Frostcrag Spire?
Haven't you seen that large tower in the mountains off in the distance? That is Frostcrag. It was supposedly erected back in the late 3rd era by some old mage with too much time on his hands. Quite the sight, isn't it? It would probably still be of great interest to the Synod too, were it not sealed off many years ago by its last residents. I'm not quite sure what part the Spire plays in the summoning of these mysterious objects, yet. We shall see.
We should check out Frostcrag Spire then.
You're actually only half right. You see, now that I have at least some idea who's behind this, I'm restricting this investigation. The Synod appreciates all your help in solving this little enigma, but at this point... Wait, what's that? Oh, not again!
What the fuck? Oh no! A zombie! Oh fuck. Das hab ich ganz vergessen. Oh fuck. Okay, das scheint nicht so viel zu bringen.
This is madness. I am sick and tired of these intrusions. It would appear that your services are again required before payment can be rendered. I cannot simply step back and allow this to continue. Not now that there is a tangible threat to our hall. We must act. Go to Frostcrag Spire and do whatever is necessary to put an end to these infuriating escapades. I just hope that the college isn't somehow involved in this. Divines know they live to make trouble for us.
Genau, deswegen hat sich jetzt, wenn jemand Zauber in einen geschlossenen Raum durchführt. Oh Mensch. Ach. Diese Synode ist einfach nur lächerlich. Auch wenn er ein bisschen Magie anwenden kann. Ist das hier schon die Taverne? Nee, ist weiter oben. Nee, das ist die Kämpfergilde. Oder das, was von der Kriegergilde aus Hierodil noch übrig ist. Ja.
I'm Galerin, Synod Hopeful. If you have any cuts or bruises, I'd be happy to practice my restoration on you.
So you're a mage?
Yes, I am. I'm hoping to join the Synod Conclave here in Bruma.
What do you specialize in?
Restoration mostly, but I also enjoy alchemy and alteration. Not so big on destruction. I like preserving life, not taking it.
How did you end up in Bruma?
Oh, I was born in Bruma. I traveled around Cyrodiil and lived for a few years in Coral, but the mountains and the cold air always called to me. My parents used to say there must have been some Nord blood in our family for me to love the snow so much. There probably isn't, of course. My parents were from High Rock. That's about as Breton as it gets. Too bad they aren't here to see me make the synod. I think they would have been proud.
Did something happen to your parents?
They died a while back. Papa got sick, so Mama went out adventuring to try and raise money for a healer. Mama never made it back, so Papa never got his healing. I'm not broken up about it anymore. It happened several years ago now. But I do still miss the feeling of family, of being loved, you know? In any case, being a mage of the Synod will help with that. That will be my place to belong. Talk to you later.
So, okay. Oh, das ist eine wohl Liebesgilde. Soweit ich mich recht entsinne, gibt es hier aber die tyrolische Liebesgilde nicht mehr. Hallo, ich habe das jetzt deaktiviert.
Hey, watch it.
Und ich werde gelegentlich Mods verwenden, aber nur um etwas abzukürzen. Nicht um mir wirklich damit einen Vorteil zu verschaffen. Geh auf! Alter, ich will doch nur was verkaufen. Ey, das war ein Versehen. Ich hab gedacht, will ich es nicht stehlen. Oh, Skyrim, du kannst mich mal. Da ist der Schmied. So. I am going.
What is it?
Where did you learn to smith?
You're asking a Nord where he learned to smith. That's like asking an Altmer where he learned to make you want to punch him in the face. I learned all over Tamriel. I learned near enough my whole life. When I was 10, my mother would always be going on, you know. Damn it, Holgard, I haven't seen you with a hammer out of your hands for years. I don't even remember what your empty hands look like. By now, I'd believe it if someone said you were born with a smith's hammer in your hand. And burn marks to match. The bottom line is that blacksmithing is as much a part of being a Nord as the beards and the drink. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
How's business?
Relatively good, as of late, I'd say. Hostilities are boiling under the surface here in Cyrodiil. Have been for a while. No one dares make the first move, but everyone's waiting for it with bated breath. That means they're arming themselves in preparation for rainy days to come. And that means customers for blacksmiths such as myself. Not to sound like a war profiteer, of course.
Why would people be arming themselves if no one is making a move?
Sure, they're not walking around in armor with swords in their scabbards all the time. But people are keeping a weapon handy a lot more these days. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself from a party of Dalmor Justiciars. Don't tell Armian I said that. They know a storm is on the horizon, and soon enough there, all of our lives are about to become a lot more dangerous. They want to be prepared.
Ist ja auch gut, so hier schließlich gerade ein kalter Krieg am Laufen zwischen dem dritten Altmeeribund und dem vierten Kaiserreich. Und den kleinen, der kleinen Marionettengruppierung des dritten Altmeeribunds, der Sturmmantelrebellion in Skyrim. Und ihrer geliebten kleinen Marionettenpuppe Ulfric.
I can teach you, but that knowledge carries a price. Goodbye.
Yes. Ah, das ist unsere Katze. Okay. Ja, ich gehe mal auf Schießkunst. Schließlich bin ich auch Waldelf. Wir sind vor allem für Einhandkämpfe und auf Bogenschießen spezialisiert.
Welcome. The name's Edvia. I'm Holgard's assistant.
Tell me about yourself.
About me? Not really much to tell.
Surely there's something interesting about you.
No, there really isn't. Not that I want to talk about anyway.
Sad. What do you have for sale?
It's all for sale. Just let me know when you've made up your mind.
Ach, so eine schöne Musik. So ein bisschen aus wie Urukai-Rüstungen. Aber gut. Verzauberte Waffen und Rüstungen sollte ich nicht kaufen. Priest kann ich sie sowieso nicht entzaubern hier, ohne diesen Verzauberer benutzen zu können von der Synode. Okay. Wie kann man nur ein Ebenwertsschwert so schwach schmieden? Kannst du mal von 17 haben. So wie mein Stahlschwert. Ja, den kannst du haben. Okay. Jetzt haben. Das haben. Das haben. Ja, was ist? Ich nehme gerade auf. Ha? Nein, habe ich gerade nicht. Mist, das habe ich mir niedrig verkauft. Hm.
See you around.
So viel Zeug habe ich doch eigentlich gar nicht dabei. Nee, das deswegen bin ich. Ah, die kann ich auf dem Marktplatz verkaufen. Ja, jetzt. Wird ein bisschen länger dauern als gedacht. Oh nein, Timer.
I don't believe I've seen you before. Fascinating. A newcomer to Bruma, is that what we have here?
Ah, so you're the welcoming committees that did.
A joker, too. Wonderful. Yet another troublemaker for us to keep an eye on. At least if your attempts at sardonicism weren't quite so posturing. Many before you have thought themselves invincible. Above the Thalmor, above the Dominion, above their precious empire and its laws, its concordats. They now find themselves hanging from trees, their decrepit husks wasting away amidst near-endless blizzard. Enjoy your stay in this fair city.
Mm-hmm. So you're a member of the Thalmor?
No, I just wear the uniform for fun. Yes, of course I am. I'm here to protect the Aldmeri interests in Bruma, and ensure that the terms of the White Gold Concordat are upheld. Important, given that we're so close to Skyrim and its rebellious little Nords.
There are not many Altmairs in Bruma.
Next you'll be telling me, my, oh my, not many Gwar in Bruma. Scales of Oriel, thanks for telling me that. I'll be sure to tell all my friends. Put up posters, even.
What do the locals think of you?
Not highly of me, I suppose. Then again, the feeling is mutual.
How about we cut out verbal sparring and have a civil conversation?
To hear you speak of civility is somewhat disarming, considering our environs. This city is filled with uncultured louts who I suspect would quickly turn on each other for an ancient bottle of mead. Given that you at least have the vocabulary and mental faculties to understand the concept of civil society, yes, let us speak. But be quick about it. Disarming lack of incorrigible idiocy aside, you are still not my idea of a scintillating conversationalist.
Wide attitude.
I am Altmer. I was born and raised among the wizard lords of Alinor, and now I am posted to a frigid squat filled with brutes and drunkards. That doesn't exactly lend itself to a warm disposition. Does that make things any clearer?
I think I understand.
Then it appears I was incorrect in my initial assessment of you. Though don't flatter yourself. We're not best friends simply because I've stopped pelting you with barbed words. But yes, to put a long story short, we are all products of our environment, are we not?
Tell me a bit about yourself.
No. If anything fruitful is going to come of this conversation, it will not be the sentimental exchange of life stories. Suffice it to say that I am a Thalmor Justiciar operating in Bruma. My identity outside of that is entirely irrelevant.
What are the real goals of the Thalmor and Bruma?
I will put it in simple terms, so perhaps you might understand. The Aldmeri Dominion signed an accord with the Empire, known as the White Gold Concordat. That accord guarantees the Dominion, and by extension the Thalmor, that Talos worship shall be outlawed. We are simply here to ensure that the Empire does not renege on that commitment.
Don't you feel guilty about persecuting people because of their beliefs?
Guilt? Why should I feel guilt? I'm a Thalmor Justiciar, yes, but the Aldmeri Dominion is not a single consciousness. This empire is a political entity. It has committed untold acts of persecution and genocide in the past. One need only have a cursory knowledge of the Tiber Wars and Imperial history to know this to be true. Tiber Septim, the man-god so many Nords and Imperials love to revere, was himself guilty of the sins you attribute solely to the Dominion. But I digress. I am a soldier of the Thalmor, and I carry out the duties assigned to me by my superiors. If your goal is to make me feel guilty for enforcing dictates which your own emperor signed into law, then I'm afraid you will enjoy precious little success.
Do you enjoy enforcing the Concordat then?
I haven't given it very much thought. My enjoyment is irrelevant. I have a role within the Thalmor, and the duties which go along with that. I have fulfilled and will continue to fulfill that which is asked of me to the best of my ability. Again, my enjoyment, or otherwise, is irrelevant.
Oh, ich mag den Typen nicht.
Farewell.
Oh look, an infant. How quaint.
What do you and Armenian do?
Hunt down and execute Talos worshippers, keep people in line, and enforce the White Gold Concordat.
Why so condescending?
Surely the better question would be, why so patient? Because I can tell you in no uncertain terms that you are trying my patience with your primitive blubbering and inane questions. Leave me.
Why does the Empire let you walk around here like you own the place?
Oh, but we practically do. I presume even one such as yourself is aware of the White Gold Concordat, yes? That document guarantees the Thalmor the end of worship of that miserable little man-god the Nords so love to falsely revere, Talos. We need to ensure that this agreement is upheld. Bye.
Bye. You little piece of shit. You can die. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, man kriegt also auf jeden Fall doch Kopfgeld. Mist. Attentat. Auf den Typen müsste dann aber gehen. Im Konzil von Bruma. Oh nee. Oh no. Oh no. Oh nee. Mhm.
Bernard, you're distressing the customers.
Distressing? I am distressing the customers.
Yes.
That's what I just said. Yes.
You are... You dare... How dare you? I am outraged. You hire me to play songs in this bar that is so far below my standards, and now you proclaim my music as distressful? I'm done with you, standards, and I'm done with this shoddy excuse for a tavern. I'm off for the Restful Watchman, your top competition. How about that, huh? And you talentless, tasteless fiends! How dare you insult my music? Could you do better? No, you couldn't, because I was trained at the Bot's College of Solitude, and I'm the foremost practitioner of the art of song since Faulkner himself.
Nein.
You are nothing more than jealous maggots, grasping your waist to insult me and belittle my talent. And to that I say, good day.
Oof. The Hell of the Champion, a museum for the Champion of Zero Deal, is open every day from 2 PM to 8 PM, except on Sundays, when it's closed early at 6 PM. Come and see the wondrous artifacts of the champion. Entry is free, while special exclusive tours cost only 20 septims, 10 for children and the elderly. Harold Wilson. Dear customer, welcome to the Review, the finest eatery in Bruma and all of Tamriel. If you're in need of a room, please speak with our owner and proprietor, Stanto Solaria. Food and drink are served by both Stanto Solaria and his co-proprietor Hyotra Valeria, Review in staff. Ach, endlich diese schlechte Bade weg.
Welcome to the Gerald View. What can I get you? If you want food or drink, I can show you our menu. Printed on only the finest parchment, for your hands and your satisfaction.
I'm here to collect payment for Razada.
I'm sure you are. I purchased one of Razada's... what did he call them? Pleasure candles? Yeah, that's it. He said it would make the customers enjoy their Gerald View experience more. In reality, it just clogged the nose. So much so that a few of my regulars nearly choked to death. So
what?
No, I don't think I'll be giving him his money.
I'm just a messenger. Please don't complicate things for me.
I'm sorry for any inconvenience I may cause you, but I'm not giving Razada coin for ripping me off.
I wonder whether the guards will see things the same way.
They'd probably see things my way. Adius doesn't have much time of day for con artists. Goodbye. The Gerald View. We have drinks, beds, and food. Which do you need?
Need any work done?
As it happens, yes, I do. I need the shipping request delivered to Greenwood. My regular courier is unavailable. If you're able to act in his stead, I'll reward you with coin.
I will.
Excellent. Take this to Afor Formalius at Greenwood, down where the Gerals meet the Great Forest. I'll deliver payment on your return.
Had any rumors?
Been to Bruma's Synod Conclave? Useless quacks, the lot of them. Well, Valentius is a nice guy at least. I mean the organization. They refuse to lift a finger for anyone who isn't a high-ranking member.
Heard any rumors?
There's a Thalmor agent here in Bruma, making sure no one violates the Concordat. So I'd advise you not to, if you don't want them to slap you in irons.
Heard any rumors?
I hear tensions are flaring up in Gildenhalle. They've been bubbling over for a while. Dark elves and other dark elves, I think. Something to do with the Red Year. Bad business.
Heard any rumors?
Never been to such? Should consider it. I hear it's absolutely picturesque. Want to head there myself, but no time. Running the view and all.
Hast du noch mehr Gerüchte?
Gildenhalle's overflowing. Aftermath of the Red Year.
Hast du noch Gerüchte?
Adius Villius has been walking around looking flustered lately. You know, captain of the City Watch. Not sure what's got him in such a knot, though.
Erzähl mir was über Gerald View.
We're renowned through all Cyrodiil and beyond as the finest inn, restaurant, and entertainment location in all Tamriel. We spare no expense for our customers' pleasure.
Wie läuft das Geschäft?
Business at the Gerald View is always good, due to our exceptional standards for customer service. We strongly believe that if you build it, they will come.
Hast du noch mehr Gerüchte?
You know that bard, Renard Eventoned? Yeah. I hear the Jukanis paid him to watch over and entertain their kid Banus while they were out of town. Apparently, his attempts at lullabies scared the child so much he ran away from the bard and cried in the street until his parents got back.
Oof.
You ever hear the history of Cloud Ruler Temple? Of course you have. Used to be a home of the Emperor's blades. Now it's all ruins and overgrowth. Sorry end for a glorious bastion of the Empire.
Yes.
I heard the general store, Icewind Traders, got robbed by the Khajiit, Dartakto. Or so Cetus says.
And
Some
rumors?
trouble going on with the Ducatis. Family feud or something. Their arguments aren't exactly hard to overhear. I hear the Count's cracking down on criminals in Bravo. About time. Realm Tay has been complaining about some noise nuisance. Talks my ear off about it. Probably that damnable bard, Renaud Even-Toed. I heard the city guard are trying to crack down on smuggling. Been too many illicit goods making their way to Skyrim from here. Empire doesn't like it one bit.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Ist das mein Hühnchen?
The name's Hyotra. I keep the place clean and tidy for our customers and guests, and cook the fine meals that we're so renowned for.
Wie läuft das Geschäft?
Good as always. Through hard work and exacting quality standards, we ensure our business never wanes.
Ja, das ist mein Hühnchen. Tell me about the... erzähl mir etwas über die Taverne, Mann.
The Gerald View is the finest inn, eatery, and all-around establishment for miles. We accept no compromise and no substandard customer service. We tirelessly ensure that each and every one of our customers experiences the finest resting, eating, and drinking experience possible.
Ich dann gleich mal die Folge beenden. Do you have any jobs that need doing?
As a matter of fact, perhaps so. We're currently waiting on a delivery of cider from Apple Watch, but, well, it's late. I don't think anything bad has happened. Poor Avon's probably just overworked, but we need that cider before our stocks go low. I'd be happy to provide you with the appropriate recompense.
Sure thing.
Excellent. Apple Watch is just to the west of Bruma. Please, hurry. Stantis tends the bar and rents out our rooms. I keep the view running. See you around.
Ultra.
Oh, in Oblivion told that guy he's a good singer. I've heard Daedros do better.
How do you say that?
Don't judge me too harshly. I wasn't always this.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother. It's just that my most prized possession has gone missing. I feared it without help. I'll never get it back. I normally wouldn't approach a stranger like this, but, well, I'm at the end of my tether. I could really use some help. Could I hire you? I could pay you handsomely.
I need more information first.
Okay. Give me a moment to compose myself. There's a priceless heirloom in my family that has been passed down throughout nearly my entire ancestry. As you may know, we Dunmer revere our ancestors greatly. Ancestry is incredibly important to our people. Therefore, you understand how important it is to me that my heirloom is returned. I am... my apologies, friend. This theft has left me quite flustered.
Is any pay involved?
Of course. I'll pay you a handsome sum for returning my heirloom to me.
Klingt gut. Ich helfe dir.
Excellent. Thank you. The heirloom has been stolen. Well, by all accounts, the thief fled to the northeast of Bruma. I suspect they're holed up in Frozen Grotto. If you are able to retrieve my heirloom for me, I'll be forever in your debt. Hello. See you.
What is it? See you.
Damnable tavern! Damnable! How dare he allow that visit to engage in such a salacious display? Scandalous!
What's your problem with the Westford Watchman?
It's a dingy squad filled with criminals, rats, and lice. The amount of underhanded deals and crooked business that goes on there, it beggars belief. I wanted the proprietor to land in hot water with our dear guard captain. He deserves it, no? Say, would you help me with that?
Why exactly should I help you?
You should help me because the tavern is filled with criminals. They deal with bandits. They steal. They rob. Surely it's only right that they face justice for what they do.
I'll do it.
Excellent. As it so happens, I'm a mage by trade. I have access to many magical items from my home of Alinor. Take this. It's a very special memory gem. I have one active at all times, and this particular one recorded everything that happened in the tavern that night. Take it and let the guard captain listen to it. Irrefutable evidence. I'm sure he'll see fit to take action then. Farewell.
What? Come, warm yourself by the hearth. Be more careful.
What can I get you?
Tough day.
I just wish my Heron was here. He would always make these long days seem much shorter. I'm sorry, don't mind me. Just a soldier's wife missing her husband.
What happened to your husband?
He was stationed at Fort Pale Pass, but we haven't heard anything for months. None of the soldiers passing through here on leave have seen him either. I've sent letter after letter, but they still haven't told me anything. I have no idea where he is, what happened to him, or if he's even still alive.
Fort Pale Pass?
The Imperial Fort placed right on the border to Skyrim. Mostly watches for illegal border crossing.
Have you tried to contact him directly?
Yes, many times. I've sent letter after letter, but heard nothing. I can send as many letters as I want, but if Heron isn't even at the fort, then he's hardly going to see them, is he?
I could look for Heron.
You would? I'd be indebted to you if you did, stranger. Like I said, he was garrisoned up at Fort Pale Pass. It's right on the border to Skyrim. Good luck. And please, stranger, I beg of you, find my Heron.
I don't think you want to find him.
Hello. Hungry or thirsty?
Oh. Billett. Ja, ich werde es mit Skyrim noch machen müssen.
Farewell. Ah, your room rental. Peruse it at your leisure. Our customers find it very rejuvenating. Allow me to show you to your room. Right this way. Good afternoon. You do realize you've already rented a room here, right? Farewell.
So, nachdem wir dann das Zimmer betreten haben, möchte ich dann die Folge beenden.
What is it?
Hello, I am Afana Adichie. I'm part of the Bruma court. Rather high ranking in it too. Anyway, is there anything you needed?
What do you do here in Castle Bruma?
Do? Oh, well, I suppose I don't really do anything in particular. I mean, I help out the Count when needed, of course. My father owned land outside of Bruma, and after some lucrative business with the Carvanes, became well respected. I inherited what he owned when he passed, and, well, here I am. Oh, but I do love conversations like this. Feel free to come back and chat about it again sometime. See you.
Just like old times.
Wie läuft das Geschäft?
It's doing well. A lot of travelers tend to buy from me, as well as young Nords who are soul-searching, trying to find the Nordic heritage here in Cyrodiil.
Why are you here in Cyrodiil if you're so attached to Skyrim?
The same reason I sell ancient Nordic artifacts, so that the young Nords here in Bruma can be reminded of the roots. Bruma has all the surface trappings of Skyrim, the snow, the cold, but Skyrim is so much more than that. Something Bruma isn't and can never be. It's about the Nordic ruins dotting the landscape, about the dragon walls. It's about the diversity. Whiterun and the Reach, the Pale and Eastmarch. That variation of Nordic culture is something Cyrodiil doesn't have. I'll be content if my presence here reminds just a few Nords that they're not just Imperials with more facial hair and deeper voices.
Vital ancient Nordic artifacts.
Why not? Talk to you later.
What does this one want with Tartacto?
Irgendwo fällt die ganze Zeit eine Waffe irgendwo hin.
What is it?
What is it?
Ich muss sagen, mir gefällt diese Taverne sehr gut. Das ist nicht das richtige Zimmer. Ja, Missionsfarmblatt, Kaschitsperspektive von Synodenaufträge. Ah, das ist glaube ich der Taguszimmer. Das ist glaube ich mein Zimmer. Ich kann hier auch nichts rein tun, das regt mich auf. So. Das war's dann mit der Folge, die ein bisschen verpennt war, weil ich ein bisschen müde bin. Also bis dann und bis zum nächsten Mal. Das war's mit Kira für die Folge. Also bis dann. Aber ich mache das doch gleich mit der Mod. Das kann ich auch gleich machen, während ich in-game bin. Dauert schließlich nur einen Moment. Als das lädt dich, dann mache ich das auf Screen. Und falls meine Stimme halt nicht so gut war, die ist ein bisschen, bisschen verbraucht. Okay. Lilly. Okay. Das lösche ich mal. Okay. Ich sehe gerade, ich habe eine Bleach-Mod an. Sangetsu. Stimmt, ja, Sangetsu ist ein Bleach. Gut, dass ich das auch mal weiß. Okay. Es lädt. Das ist schön. Lad schneller. Lad schneller, gut. Nein. Oh Mann. Also bis dann. Noch einen schönen Abend und bis zur nächsten Folge.